Hi student, I am Asit Tiwari, SSC teacher, and today the next video in the lesson federalism on the decentralization. So we will discuss the decentralization in India, how it was came into effect and how it was came into constitution and what was the role of the constitution about the decentralization. So let's we see. Student, the first you should know that Article 40, where decentralization decentralization became the part of federalism. Second thing is that 1953 बलवंत रॉय मेहता कमेटी proposed in the federalism very strongly. If we go in the past, you will see there 1880 to 84 the Governor General of India, Lord Ripon, was the Governor General of India, and he proposed it very strongly, means he told that it was very necessary for India, because India is a country of different type of the culture, different type of the language, different type of the other things which made it a very typical country. So local level, the grassroots level, there is a very strong need of the local level of the government, and this thought was came in the mind of the Britishers more than 100 of years ago. So it was a very important things, and you should keep in the mind. And very important things in present India, the Rajasthan was the first state which adopted the local self government system, and Andhra Pradesh followed to Rajasthan. Means in India, which state adopted the local self-government system in the country? It was Rajasthan, and it is very important things to know by the student, especially for those students who are preparing for the civil services exam. So it was the Rajasthan, and second was the Andhra Pradesh. And very important things about the articles. The articles which amended the local self-government system in the country, these articles were the 73rd and 74th. 73rd was amended for the Panchayati Raj system for the villages or the rural government, and 74th article was amended for the municipality. Municipality means the local self-government system for the urban areas, means the city areas, and there are the different type of the structure of the, you will say, the urban government, urban local government, and these articles were amended in the year 1992, but implemented these all amendment in the year 1993. So these informations are very, very important. So student, hope you are getting well all these informations, because these informations are very necessary for making the answer very, will say, good, very attractive. Now we will discuss more important things in the lesson. Now we will see the importance of local government. Number one, it is very important things. Local people know the local problem better. Local people know the local problem better. Means the person who is living in the country. Actually, I want to tell in this I will say important features, important of the local government in such a way. Such a India is a diverse country in the culture, in the geography, and many things. Suppose a person who is living in the plain, and another person who is living in the desert, and another person is living in the hilly areas, and someone are living in the, we'll say, river areas. So student, all these areas conditions are different, and local people who know the better conditions how to solve the problem in the plain, if he applied the same thing in the, we'll say, hilly areas, so his thought cannot be very successful in the hilly areas, and his thought means hilly areas person thought cannot be very successful to solve out the problem in the riverside area. So student, that is very important things, that all the people who are living in their areas, their conditions, their, will say, thoughts, their, will say, conditions of the way of living are totally different. So second importance of the local self-government, that is direct participation of the people. It allowed the direct participation of the people. Actually, the democracy which is practiced in the first level and the second level, where you can see the indirect democracy, but in the third tier, where the indirect democracy cannot be successful. If it is practiced in the third level, it cannot maintain the kind of process by which the people can solve their problem in a very better way. So the direct participation of the people maintain their way of solving the problem in a very, we'll say, suitable way. Because if the person who is ruled and who is ruled by someone, both people are knowing very well about their problems, so both can, if they are participating, if they are making the, we'll say, opportunities for the participation, so they can know very better how to solve the problem. Next one thing, foundation of democracy. Foundation of democracy means the people learn how to exercise the democracy. Means the people who are living in the villages, they are prepared for the democracies. Means how to cast the vote, how to contest the election, and how to deal with the citizen, how to deal with the representative. Many of the lessons they can teach, they can learn from the beginning at the, you will say, village level. It is a grassroots level government. That's why it is called the grassroots level government, because where the people learn very better way and their understanding are very clear. Next one, the importance is sharing the burden of the central and the state government. Sharing the burden of central and state government. That is very important point, because the local self government, it handle all the things which can be solved at the local level. Because if the central government or the state government, they use their you will say main machinery or the manual machinery, so many of the times, much of the money can be spent over this procedure, and there will be a lot of you will say difficulties the local people will have to face, because they have to wait for the, you will see, instruction from the central or the state government. When the instruction will be reach there, then the problem can be solved. Otherwise the people have to wait for a long time. If the problem can be settled by the local people, then there will be a lot of good advantage the local people can get. And many of the other, will say, importance, economical and convenient. Local and convenient means the money which can be spent there at the local level, which is very small amount of the money can be spent there, because the local government know very well how to you'll say raise the money in the local level, because there are so many kind of the activities where they can impose the taxes on the several kind of the activities on the people, so they can raise the money. And it is very convenient, because the reason is that the local people, they know very well the local authorities, how to reach the local authorities. If they reach to the other areas, then they face the problems. So student, I hope you are getting well all the information which has been delivered today. Hope you are getting this video very enjoyable moment. Thank you.